I've been a lifelong conservative. What would make a lifelong conservative, Donald Trump supporter, who has never voted Democrat, who would never consider voting Democrat, not only change their voter registration to Democrat, but give up the comfort and the security of jobs to create a YouTube channel directly for the promotion of trying to get a Democrat elected. Most of us are good people. Most of us want humanity first. And when you promote an idea like love and you promote an idea like humanity first, it's going to draw the people in. I don't care if you're a Trumper. I don't care if you're a burner. I don't care. I just want to love you. I just love you. Don't care about none of that other stuff. And as long as you're promoting an idea like that, man, you got to get on board, right? How asshole can you be if you can't get on board with love?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Beneath the Surface podcast. I've got a very special guest here today, Russell, or AKA the GrassRoots YangGang. Welcome, man.
What's up, YangGang?
And I met Russell through the Peterborough rally. The Andrew Yang went to Peterborough. And before that, I watched his videos, like a lot of his videos. And just a quick note, you guys should definitely check him out. It's GrassRoots YangGang on YouTube. He has a lot of phenomenal, he's doing good work out there for Andrew Yang, so it's good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd just ask you, man, how did you first find Andrew?
That's a good question. Because it goes a lot deeper than just finding Andrew Yang. I think a lot of it goes back to, you know, us becoming more evolved as a society. And it's when you hear somebody who is running for office promote the ideals and the values that Andrew Yang promotes, you know, it just something just clicks with you. And I found him on the Joe Rogan podcast, just like a lot of people did. And very, very early adopter, because it took me, 5 minutes and he starts unpacking the numbers and it's like, wow, you know what? That all makes sense. It all makes sense. That it's almost like this is what got Donald Trump elected. It's like we all knew that there were these issues that existed, but we couldn't quite put our finger on them. We couldn't quite put our finger on like what the problem really was, because we got the media telling us one thing and we got, the people in Washington fighting and they're telling us another thing, and it's just crazy. And then you hear Andrew Yang on the Joe Rogan podcast and it's just like, holy crap, man, that's exactly right. Suicides are going up. Why is that? And then he starts unpacking that, Donald Trump won the Rust Belt because all these jobs were being automated away. Every place that Donald Trump won, there was a direct correlation between automation and Donald Trump's election. So that's kind of, anyway, to answer your question.
I am actually in the exact same boat. I remember I the first time I ever saw Andrew Yang, it was on Joe Rogan, and I remember I was so like at awe. I was like, first off, I was like, who is this guy? I was like, what is this? Like, I want to learn more about him. But I was really like positively caught off guard by how genuine he seemed, and I wasn't really used to that, because I was very much politically dead before I found out about Andrew Yang. And he just, after about, 4 or 5 months of just researching him, I found more and more about him, learned more and more about him. And it's weird, the more I like saw him speak, the more I looked into him, the more excited I got. You know what I mean? And it's funny, you could see it in the YouTube comments, like these people are coming together and seeing this guy and want to see him succeed. At the YangGang, like the people who the followers of Andrew really are passionate about this man, and I am, and obviously you and I are a part of that. But it's really interesting to see this seemingly very unique candidacy. He's a really unique guy, and he seems very much like the only one who wants to put humanity first, which really turned me on to him, definitely.
You're exactly right, man. And you know what's crazy is, I've been a lifelong conservative. Okay. I've never voted for a Democrat. I wouldn't even consider voting for a Democrat. Now, you have to ask yourself, what would make a lifelong conservative, Donald Trump supporter, who has never voted Democrat, who would never consider voting Democrat, not only change their voter registration to Democrat, but give up the comfort and the security of jobs that we had to create a YouTube channel directly for the promotion of trying to get a Democrat elected. What the fuck are you thinking? Are you serious right now? So obviously there must be something there that's resonating.
Yeah.
And on a much, much deeper level than just party lines.
Oh, yeah.
What he's promoting is this idea of a vision for what America could be. He's like, guys, listen, we got to forget all this dumb shit. We got to stop with all the fighting, all this, y'all can keep blaming each other all you want to. Yeah. That's not solving anybody's problems. That's not taking the homeless man off the street. That's not getting teachers raises. All this bickering back and forth. Nobody wants to hear that crap anymore, man. And that's what makes Andrew Yang so appealing. He's like, look, we understand now that we have these problems. Now I've helped you identify these problems. Now let's get to work solving these problems. And if you do, and if you implement these policies like I have them on my website, these over 100 policies, and you look at how they all fit together, it creates this vision of where we could go as a society. And it's a pretty awesome and pretty positive looking place. Yeah. And that's me. I never knew that you could make Amazon pay a tax, a VAT tax, and make Facebook pay a VAT tax for selling our information, and give the homeless man on the street $1,000 a month? Are you kidding me? Why haven't we done this before? It makes so much fucking sense. Yeah. It's revolutionary to me. In a conservative state, Alaska has their oil dividend, and I hadn't really looked much into that. But this is something that I guess is just not talked about, is this whole idea of a freedom dividend or universal basic income. But to me, it makes a whole lot of sense, because the from what I see, the broke folk vote is just getting worse. It's just getting more and more. You've got two people living in a household. Let's say a husband and wife, and they have kids. And it's taking both parents working, just to make ends meet, and they're still not. And then your money's just shrinking month after month after month, and you're just like trying to get from point A to point B. And there's no way. I was talking the other day on a Broke Folk Vote podcast. if you're worried about getting from point A to point B, and that's all you can worry about, it's just, you know, trying to decide whether to buy diapers or whether to pay a bill, you know, or whether to let your car payment go a little bit behind so that you can stretch it just a little bit further. You know, if you're worrying about that, you don't have time to worry about the homeless man that's on the street as much as you would like to, because, you know, in your heart you want to, you know, and it's abstract to you. But if you could take the economic boot off of people's throats, man, you'd see this country get a whole lot more caring, because now all of a sudden I have a little bit extra that I can help this homeless person with. I have a little bit more that I can, you know, get my car fixed. I have a little bit more that I can go get my oil changed or go get my hair cut, or, you know, maybe take my wife out to dinner. I mean, just crazy stuff like that, just little things that
it's those seemingly like small things that go a very long way. Like, when people are treated human, they realize that, wow, this is what I think Andrew's doing. He's treating people like human beings, you know. He wants to give people this freedom to spend money on things that, you know, they're passionate about, on the things that, you know, the dividends that he's given away so far. People have, you know, one of them bought like a guitar and is doing shows now and like working on their passions. And this is what people would do if this was a, you know, if this, you know, when this happens in 2020 with Yang, is that people are going to focus more on their passions and more on things that they love, you know, and more on things that they need. And when they, exactly like you said, like when people realize that they don't need to worry paycheck to paycheck to paycheck and have that stress constantly, it completely opens them up to it completely opens them up to new avenues that they would rather go down but couldn't before because of the debt or the stress, you know, when it comes economically.
You know, it's so funny that you say that, because, you know, when we first started this YouTube channel, it was, you know, we watched the Joe Rogan podcast, and I looked at my wife and I said, does this man make as much sense to you as he does to me? And she was like, yep.
Yeah.
And one thing about my wife is she is very, very information oriented.
That's awesome.
Okay, and she likes to dig into the numbers and the facts and the figures. You know, I don't have time for that. You know, for me, it's like I'm more of a big picture guy. You know, if the idea sounds good and it looks like it can be backed up, let's go for it. You know, I'm that type of person. But I went to her and I was like, you know, we started watching, and we, you know, lifelong conservative, but I have never once donated to any campaign. And we started digging into Andrew Yang and who he was and like what he stood for more after the Joe Rogan podcast. And I went to my wife because we caught this vision of the YangGang.
Yeah.
And I went to my wife and I said, listen, I said, what he's promoting right now is like this humanity first vision. And the YangGang, from what I can see, are a group of passionate people who are focused on the same types of ideals, moving humanity forward. And I said, this is going to sound crazy. I said, but I think because of the belief system that the YangGang has, if we go out on a limb and we provide them enough value, and we try to give, you know, as much Andrew Yang coverage as we can. And I said, I think that the YangGang would support it. And bro, we are up over 6,000 subs on our channel now. I mean, it's crazy. The CNN interview that they did.
Oh,
have you seen that?
I did, actually. I did. That was crazy. That was crazy. You got like
now, like 1,000. Kyle Kalinske has picked it up, and the Kyle Kalinske piece has over 100,000 views on it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
I mean, it's crazy the amount of coverage that we're getting for, for Andrew Yang and trying to get his message out there, and especially being, Trump supporters.
Yeah.
It kind of, it goes a long way, because there's a lot of people out there who voted for Donald Trump, and maybe they didn't really want to.
Yeah.
But they saw that, to them it was like kind of like the lesser of two evils, and Donald Trump, he was supposed to be this outsider coming in, and he was going to drain the swamp, but when you really dig into Donald Trump, he is the establishment. He is the snake oil guy.
Yeah.
So he is the WWE guy. He's all scripted. He's all scripted. And and he's done some good things.
Yeah.
As a Trump, I feel like he's done some good things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you see the vision of what Andrew Yang has, oh my word, it's crazy, like where we could go. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's help people. That makes sense to me. I see people who, who would love to be able to fix the leak in their roof, or whatever it is. Just minor shit that we could take care of, that we, that $1,000 a month would help with. Because what people don't understand is when you let the oil in your car go too long, and when you let the leak in your roof go, it just builds on itself, and it becomes this huge problem.
Yeah.
When we could actually be, we would be a lot better off if we could diagnose and eliminate those small problems before they get big problems.
Yeah. Dude, it's really wild, man. The amount of growth that like these Yang channels are having, and like your channel, and how the amount of growth that Andrew Yang is having in his campaign is really extraordinary. And I think that does come from the passion and the love that these people are sharing. I think that video you just uploaded like 30 minutes ago, I saw that was with the people giving the money to that guitarist. That was beautiful. That was like absolutely, I did not see, I've never seen that video before. And that really inspired me even more to spread the word, because this guy, your followers reflect who they're following. Like people are seeing that Andrew Yang is for people to kind of free themselves up for what they really love and the people that they love. And he's actually for the people, which is really hard to like think about, because he's running for president. It's like, how can someone running for president actually be for the people? A lot of the time people think like, there's a lot of candidates that just seem like they want to keep things the same way. They want to just, a lot of people are making a lot of money out of the ways things are right now. And Andrew, I really hope that Andrew has a relatively smooth, some sort of relatively smooth way through these like lobbyists and through these like mountains that he's got to climb, because he's got a long way to go. But I honestly think that he's gonna win because of the love that he promotes and the truth that he promotes. He promotes both those things gorgeously, and I think that's why he's gonna win.
I think you're absolutely spot on. That's the one thing, because listen, man, the majority of despite what the news tries to tell you, the majority of people in this country are good people.
I agree.
They just want a better life for their family, their friends, their, the people, the guy down the road, their neighbors. We all want what's best for everybody. It's that most people aren't jackasses, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I know that every time you turn on the news, and that's why I don't watch the news. That's why I get my information from YouTube channels. And believe it or not, like our generation or my generation down to your generation and younger, we're all getting our news from YouTube now.
Yeah.
Like it's like not even close.
Yeah, nah.
Like the numbers are just incredible about, and that's kind of what we have to do, but there's still a lot that we have to get to, like our older generation.
Yeah.
The boomers and stuff. We have to reach the boomers, y'all.
Yeah, we do.
If we're going to win this election, we got to win the boomers. We got to win, it's like you said, man, it's going to be a tough uphill battle, because the way that, the way they have the polling system set up now, to me, is just like utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, we're living in an information age and all you got is landlines. Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
that's bogus.
We've got robots that can run entire restaurants, and you're telling me we can't do better than landlines? Who the hell has landlines? Bro, I've had the same mobile phone number for like 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't use landlines. We all got smartphones.
Completely backwards. It's completely backwards. Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think it's set up in a very bogus way. I think especially, like you mentioned news outlets and how much they're just screwing over and have screwed over Yang. Like, there are compilations on YouTube of people putting videos together of like how many times he's been like obviously screwed over by MSNBC or CNN or whatever it is,
I got one of those, one of the OG YangGang hats.
Oh shit!
I mean, it is gonna, it's got the Amazon claw on the back. Have you
Yeah.
seen those?
Yeah.
Dude, man, that thing is gonna be nice.
Those are sick. I have a goal. I'm gonna purchase at least one of everything on that site.
I mean, it all goes to the campaign.
It all goes to the campaign, and you get some sweet merch, some sweet hats and shirts. I just bought Yang mug. I've been using that. I love it. It's like the photo of him on the mug is literally him drinking from a mug, and I love that like so much.
I'm telling you, man, I love this campaign. This is like the most creative, and it's like it speaks to what you were talking about, man. I really feel like most of us aren't doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
And most of us, and this is what creates bitter old people. You go through your entire life and you're not really doing what you want to do. You don't feel fulfilled doing doing whatever it is that you're doing because you really want to be doing something else. Why don't we free people up to do that?
Yeah.
Because I promise you, you will see a renaissance of art and, just creativity in this country, because people will be able to actually release their passions instead of getting up and going to a fucking job that you hate every day and getting home and all you want to do is sit around and watch TV because fucking
you gotta numb out the shitty day that you had at shitty work or whatever, Yeah. My dad, doesn't very much enjoy his job, and he finishes a day of work and he's just like has to have like an hour watching the news, just watching stupid stuff. He's like, Alex, I'm watching the news for the stupid shit because I'm just need to like numb myself with stupid stuff because I've been dealing with so much baloney,
and your dad comes home and sits for an hour and watches the news or whatever because he wants to numb himself or whatever. But a lot of people take it further than that, and it becomes drug addiction, and alcoholism, because it's an escape.
Yeah.
And I know what that's like because I've been there.
Yeah.
And when you see people who are just like drinking themselves to death or taking opiates and shit just to whatever, because they just can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
It's sad where we've gotten to as a society.
It is.
That's why, when you hear Andrew Yang talking about, maybe we should stop measuring our success by GDP. Because the fucking robots make gross production huge.
Yeah.
Like, robots work tirelessly. So guess what? GDP is going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
But that's not a good measurement for me because I'm still broke. I'm still out here busting my ass every day just to try to make ends meet. And for instance, the market, the market values my work that I do for my YouTube channel. The market values it at 0.
Yeah.
The only way that we exist is because of the YangGang, the value that the YangGang gives our channel.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we exist. And what's amazing is every step of the way, like, okay, I don't know how long you've been following our channel.
Oh yeah.
But have you been following since we had to move from North Carolina?
I don't know. It's at least been a couple months, I think, or
okay, so what ended up happening, right?
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
Our landlord needed our house. Right? Now we had already started our YouTube channel, and we're doing our YouTube channel full time. And our landlord needed our house. And his sister, she lived in Seattle, and she had like a stroke or something.
Oh man.
And our house where we were living was like right next to his mom's house.
Okay.
So he could have like both of them there right there, and he could watch their health problems or whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were asked if we would move. Now, it's kind of a scary situation because we have this new fledgling YouTube channel, and now we're being asked to move.
Yeah.
You know, now if I had and you know, both of us were getting a freedom dividend, we wouldn't have to even, you know, had to worry about it really. We would just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But being as, you know, we have this fledgling YouTube channel, we have no jobs anymore that you know, now we're working like 20 hours a day, but as far as like jobs, 9-to-5s or whatever, we were both working at Olive Garden.
Okay.
At the time as servers.
Okay.
And when we started this YouTube channel, you know, we didn't have the extra expendable income.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, well, we're in this to win it now.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you want to take the island, I heard Tony Robbins say one time, if you want to take the island, sometimes you got to burn the fucking boat. You got to leave yourself no way out. So we were like, okay, so the best use of our YouTube channel would be to go to an early voting state. So, which is why we are now positioned right next to New Hampshire. I could probably chunk a rock over to New Hampshire. I'm like literally that close.
That's insane.
You know, I heard Andrew Yang say during one of his things, one of his rallies, he said we need 60,000 New Hampshire votes.
Yeah.
And I mean, so we're up here and we're using our voice, and you know, we go to these rallies and stuff, and that's how we get on CNN. That's how we get picked up by mainstream media.
Yeah.
That's how we get, you know, we were interviewed by Fox. We were interviewed by CBS.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the whole thing, man. We've got to get that name recognition out there, y'all, exponentially. That's why I love seeing stuff like what McYangin did. He took a Yang 316 sign. Yeah. And took it to the WWE. He took it to Monday Night Raw. Oh. And he held it up. And it was like caught on camera, and everybody could see Google Andrew Yang and all that, and Yang 316 sick. On the back.
That's sick.
That's what we got to do. The creativity of the YangGang. They made, you know, the YangGang made Amazon pay for a banner. Now, if y'all know anything about Andrew Yang, he's always talking about Amazon sucking up the jobs, and sucking up the money. Well, the YangGang made Amazon pay for a banner to fly over Los Angeles during the Los Angeles rally.
Damn.
Are you kidding me? That is some creative ass. If you can make the Amazon pay for something for Andrew Yang, that is great stuff to me. You know? And then now we've got this whole stock thing going on. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so we're trying to raise donations in Q4, right?
Oh, yep.
So if you don't have a Robinhood account, and you're not familiar with Robinhood, it's a stock exchange platform. You can buy cryptocurrency on there. Well, when you sign up for Robinhood, it's absolutely free. And like if you use my Robinhood link, you get a free stock and I get a free stock just for signing up. Oh. So the idea is to take the money from the free stocks that we all get, and donate to Andrew Yang's campaign.
That's sick.
And then we're making Robinhood's platform pay for
the creative
fundraising. It's like, beautiful.
When has that ever happened before for like any group? It's just like thinking
never
outside.
Never. Do you see Joe Biden's people out there hustling stocks for him? No.
Oh, man, no.
Do you see Bernie Sanders people out there grassrooting it for? No.
Dude, it's wild. There's like I saw these. I'm sure you've seen, but what was it called? I forget the exact name, but he basically had a post that said calling all artists, and they have like new merch that like artists have done from all around the country. And there's one of the new shirts that they have on the website is this art that this like painting or drawing that this like 12-year-old did for Andrew. And I was like so down with that. I was like, that's so awesome.
Guess who's got one on order?
I'll be right behind you.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, man, it is so great. Then you see like artists like, I mean, like they're not as mainstream, as like Alyssa Milano coming out, being YangGang and stuff. But you got artists like Paperboy Prince and MC Jen, and you've got awesome people like, Tom at Nerds for Yang and Paget Kagi and
Nerds for Yang, yeah, I know Nerds for Yang,
yeah. I mean, it's just beautiful, the movement that's going on. Yeah. And I'm gonna hint at some news.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
I'm gonna hint at some news.
Okay.
Because I can't go into details. But y'all keep your eye on some of the main channels that are YangGang channels.
Yeah.
Because there's some behind the scenes stuff going on. Now, I can't tell y'all what that is.
Dang.
But it is huge, y'all. It is huge. And y'all will definitely want to stay tuned.
Whatever it is, I'm very excited. I'm really pumped, man. I've never seen like any other campaign that acts the way this one does. It's really out of the box and getting people, it's bringing people together. And that's just beautiful. Anything that brings people together to this quality and this quantity is such a miracle of a campaign, is such a miracle of a experience. Because I go to these Yang groups and like I've seen Yang I think 3 times, one in Peterborough and a couple other times, and every time these people are some of the nicest people, welcoming. Like the people will come in with like Pete Buttigieg buttons or other candidates buttons, and they're like, "Oh, come on in!" Like it's not identity politics. It's humanity first.
You know what's awesome is, it's funny as you say that, because like a perfect example that I can point to was now I'm from the South. I'm from North Carolina.
Not yeah.
And I most of the time I'm in white beaters and shorts or whatever, because it's hot. It's hot in North Carolina, so I stay hot. So I didn't like own any kind of shirts or anything. So we go. This was right after we had started our YouTube channel. Andrew Yang was going to be in Oregon, and it was so weird because like people were just starting to tune into the channel. We only had like maybe I want to say like 1,000 subscribers or something like that at that point. Yeah. But the Asian community out in Oregon was like, and the Oregon YangGang, they were like, "Hey, listen, guys, we want you to come out and we want you to cover this. We'll help you."
What?
And like we were like, I don't know, because it's gonna be expensive. We're gonna have to buy plane tickets. Like y'all got to go back and watch some of our earlier videos, because there's a lot of gold in there, man. I'm telling you, dude. Like it tells the whole story of our travels and stuff. And like we get there and like they show up and like they put us in a hotel room that was like 5 minutes away from the event. They They bought little YangGang a car seat.
Oh,
I mean, it's just like,
man.
and so we, and that's just when we got there, right? This is all the first day. That's all the first day when we got there. The YangGang is so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful because it's all about caring and just like, let's make it happen. Whatever it takes that I can contribute to this vision to make this a reality. Let me do that. And that's what I'm seeing with all the YangGang. And we get there, country people, and we show up, and I'm in shorts. I'm in shorts and my wife beater, right? And I'm looking around, and there's like all these beautifully dressed Asian people. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But they came up to us, bro, and they hugged our neck, and they just thanked us for being there. And you know, they were like, we don't care, you know, and they told us that, you know. I was like, I feel really underdressed. And they were like, we don't care. We do not care. We're just happy that you're here. And it's just so beautiful because that's the vision of the YangGang. It's burners, it's Elizabeth Warren people, it's Trumpers, it's y'all. When Andrew Yang says that he's pulling from all sides, you know how I know he's not kidding? Because most of us are good people. Yeah. Most of us want humanity first. And when you promote an idea like love and you promote an idea like humanity first, it's going to draw the people in. It is. The people are going to flock to it. You know why? Because most of us are tired of all this fighting that we see going on around us. Man, I don't want to hear that nonsense no more. Yeah. I just want to love everybody. Yeah. Everybody. I don't care what letter you want. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're a Trumper. I don't care if you're a burner. I don't care. I just want to love you. I just love you. Don't care about none of that other stuff. And as long as you're promoting an idea like that, man, you got to get on board, right? Yeah. What kind of asshole can you be if you can't get on board with love? Yeah.
Dude, that's it. That's it. That's his message. And that's why someone who's unbelievably politically dead, you know, like myself, hopped on this. Because the biggest thing he made me feel was hope. I was so like sick of the regular, you know, all right, everyone's angry about Trump or everyone's whatever about Trump all the time. You know, I was just like, it's all negativity on MSNBC, and all they report on is really, really, you know, negative stuff that, you know, people will click on just because some people click on that for some reason more than others a lot of the time. But it's so much of it's a giant breath of fresh air seeing him and seeing him back in February when I saw him on Joe Rogan, because he was so much different. And I think there are a lot of people in my boat, you know, just like, wow, this is an actual human being running for president. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's really a gorgeous thing. So I think I'm on the 40-minute line right now, because I think I only have 40 minutes to record. It said on the thing, it said if you don't have like the $15 a month or something, you have 40 minutes to record. So I think I'm gonna call it just in case it cuts out.
All right.
But yeah, man, I like, seriously, thank you for doing this. Like,
absolutely, man. Listen, it was fun hanging out with y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this podcast. Alex is a beautiful human being, and I wanted to say real quick, did you get that photo? Did it come through?
What? Oh, what photo?
The photo bomb was you actually in the background when I was photo bombing, when I was taking a picture with Zach.
What?
Yeah, it's a picture of me taking a photo with Zach, and you're like standing in the background.
I haven't seen that. I gotta see that. Oh my god.
I'll send it to you. I'll make sure to send it to you.
That sounds good. All right. Well, thank you again, man. Anyone who's at the end of this video, 1, you're a veteran. 2, go check out this man on YouTube. It's GrassRoots YangGang. He's doing beautiful things. So thank you, man, again, for being on. YangGang.